The nation was going crazy for Rubik's Cubes, and every cool kid just wanted to learn to dance like Michael Jackson. I, though, just wanted to learn my lines so I could be a pink lady in my school's production of Grease.
Now, this is my old school. It's Harris Comprehensive School in Abingdon, near Oxford. Now, it's been only 15 years since I last walked through these doors, but it's good to know the place is still here. Let's see if some of the teachers are too. Now, my favourite subject of school was English, and it was taught by my favourite teacher, Mr. Clifford. Would you believe that he's still here in the same classroom? So, Mr. Clifford, do you remember teaching me? Do you even remember being here at all?
Well, actually, I've got one of your old school reports.
You haven't still kept that?
You might be interested to hear.
Right.
This is when you were doing A-level in 1984-85.
I feel quite nervous.
And it says, Catherine must organise herself more with regard to examination timing. Her class essays are thoughtful, but she should try to avoid over-figurative language and ensure that facts and opinions are clearly expressed.
Does that mean quite a lot of waffling and doing too much?
Yes, is the gist of it.
Now, do you remember as well that we did some great productions? Well, I thought they were great. Yes. They're good fun to do anyway. There was Grease, yeah. HMS Pinafore, yeah. And Midsummer Night's Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream. And there you are, right at the top there.
I can't believe you still got that.
Yes, we still have it.
Got X and Y in the equation. Sorry I'm late for maths, Mrs. Weston. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, sit down, please, and we can get on quickly.
Okay.
Has anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I've got a question. Do you remember me at all from school?
Well, your face looks familiar. I've seen you somewhere, but no, I don't remember you in my classroom.
I have to be honest, I have to tell you that I thought you were really, really scary. I found you really scary.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, lots of people do, but I'm not really. These children would testify to that, I'm sure. You didn't find me scary, did you, Kerry?
No.
And do you find me scary?
No.
But that's because you're asking them. They're probably too scared to say anything else. Now, this classroom's completely changed since I was here. It used to be the sewing room. Now it's the art and media block. Very, very 21st century. And here's a few media students ready to give me a bit of a grilling.
What was your greatest achievement in school?
Oh, gosh, well, I did get 11 O-levels and I did get 3 A-levels, but we are in the arts department, so I thought I'd show you this. Now, I made this in my art class. What do you think of this?
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. This is Sarah Tennant and Chris Walter interviewing, what's your name?
Kate Garraway.
That's marvellous. Absolutely excellent.
She wanted to be a newsreader as well, so I've got to watch out.
She might make it. She might make it. What was it like going back?
It was lovely. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really nice to see people again. And, you know, all the things that everybody says, it looks smaller and looks different. Do you remember the smell?
It's the smell. Absolutely. There's nowhere else like your school.
No,
that's right.
Smell. It was really, really good. But she was a bit scary, Mrs. Weston.
All those little kids, no, you're not getting it.
I know. We're not taking attention. But she was very nice to chat, but she was scary. And she claimed that she'd never, ever taught me. And I said, but look at this report. And she'd written this report on me, which said, Catherine has grasped little or none of the concepts of this subject, maths. I feel she's wasting her time turning up.
Oh, no. That's inspirational.
Scarred me for life.
That's inspirational. But wasn't it really good that your teacher had kept all these things? He kept that
brilliant, Mr. Clifford.
I liked him.
He's kept the mark books of all his pupils he's ever had in 29 years.
He's just,
brilliant.
you know, sums up everything that's good about teaching.
Yeah.
We do lots more of him at the moment because there's a real shortage.
Yeah.
Now, what's this? This is something that you've
This is something my mum kept, which I'd completely forgotten about, which was, you know, when you arrive at your school and they kind of say, write us a story.
Yes.
Basically to try and judge what you're like.
Yeah.
I wrote this.
That's a book.
Can you imagine what the
That's not a
teachers
story.
thought? I know, just went on and on. It's kind of like a Robinson Crusoe nonsense thing.
Oh, that's great,
about
though.
my pet dog, and it's all very, very sad. Very sad to do. It's very funny for me looking at it. But you can read them if you want to, but it's not very exciting.
No,
it's not very exciting.
But that's great to keep a hold of things like that.
It's great. Mum's kept loads of
But most people would just kind of say, I had a lovely time at my holidays, it was fab.
I know.
And you
I took it all terribly seriously.
And you were Catherine at school?
I was Catherine Mary Garraway. Yes, certainly was. Exactly, Catherine Mary. And I think I thought I was going to be a writer, but still ended up here.
Well, it's kind of, you know,
almost
almost
getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. You weren't able to see everybody And there was one person that really wanted to talk to you. It's somebody you haven't seen for ages and ages. Like, this is something you haven't seen for ages. This is your life.
To bring in?
Well, it's a
Mrs.
lass called...
Weston.
Well, see if you can see her, because she's going to come in, I think.
Oh, is she?
Here she is. This is one of your old pupils, your old schoolmates. This is Anne. Anne Sandra. Hello.
Oh, my God. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. Oh, my goodness.
So you weren't able to come along to the filming, which was a shame.
No.
But no, what was she like? Because I think she's a bit of a swot.
Was
She had her moments.
She was a good girl.
Did I?
We had our moments. We weren't good all the time.
Wasn't I good all the time?
No, we had a few, well, O-level day. I think we disgraced ourselves
I'm not
quite
sure-
badly on O-level
was
day.
that when we kind of passed? We found out we passed various
That was the
things.
past,
What did you do
yes.
to celebrate?
Rather a lot of Spanish wine was consumed in a garden.
I do remember that. We were
Good,
allowed to have
good,
a barbecue,
good.
weren't we?
That's
Helen
fine.
Shepherd let us
Yes.
have a barbecue, and Wendy McGee had this wine she brought back from holiday, which was 25 pence.
A litre and a half.
Honestly, it was awful, wasn't it? We were so sick. You ended up in the pond.
Yes, we were in the fish pond.
Oh, this is great. I'm not sure that I've actually told my mum and dad this. We only got
It was
this one.
probably the quantity you haven't told your mother and father.
No, exactly.
But it was the end of your exams. You're allowed.
It was,
We
You're
were.
allowed to do that.
I
even though
know.
you're probably
But then we
underage.
did, because you had a celebratory meal with your mum and dad, and so
That's
did I,
right.
so we had to go back and pretend we hadn't drunk anything all afternoon.
Which was very
sad.
difficult,
Honestly,
actually.
So she wasn't always a good little girl with her nose to the grindstone.
No, not always.
Good.
Not
No,
always.
glad to hear it. Well, I bet you two have got
Really weird to see.
It's strange. She hasn't changed at all. She's the same. Yeah?
Except slightly blonder, maybe. It's amazing how much sun you can get as you grow older, isn't it? All
Listen, I bet
bleach.
you two have got loads to catch up with. Have a cup of tea and a blather. And it was really good to see you. And thanks, Kate. I enjoyed that trip down memory lane. Some fab hairstyles there, girl.
I know.
Classics.
Very ecstasy. A lot of Duran Duran involved at that time, I think.
Big quiffs. Right, coming up, your favourite classic moments from Coronation Street, from EastEnders and from Emmerdale. And find out if you're the winner of £4,000 in our cash competition right after this break.